Good morning, everybody. We're going to start off with a preview of the 8th seed game between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. For the third straight season, the Miami Heat have to clinch into the 8th seed, which is absolutely not fun if you want my honest truth. But they have to do it again, but this time winning their way to the 8th seed and not losing out of their way to the 8th seed game. But this one is against the Atlanta Hawks. Now, a couple of years ago, this is the 7th versus 8th place matchup between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. This happened in Miami, and the Atlanta Hawks completely debunked the Miami Heat's rhythm and everything like that. They beat the crap out of the Miami Heat a couple of years ago, and we all know what happened with the rest of the postseason. I recapped all of the postseason. Actually, not all of them. I only recapped the playoff games. I did not recap the play-in games because I just had that thought, like a lot of us at this current age too, of getting the draft picks. I just had that mindset. But this is a complete unique situation with the Miami Heat. At one side of the fan base, they want the draft picks, which would mean rooting against the Heat to lose to get the higher draft picks. But then there's other half of the Heat fans argue, fuck the lottery picks. We want to win the playoff games. We want to have a good, steady franchise that's still a goddamn good franchise that can win play-in games, that can win playoff games, get into playoffs for the 6th straight season in a row. And one of the fan bases were arguing, why draft somebody really high to play in a mid-tier team who is complete mid like the Miami Heat? Probably not going to get over unless they got a superstar. So this is a complete unique situation. But with that being said, let's actually talk about this play-in game. This is the battle of the 8th seed. Maybe Miami Heat are looking for some revenge and not be Chicago Bulls all the time in the play-ins, because that seems to be the common theme. The philosophy is going to be different on Friday, which is tomorrow. So why is it going to be different? The Heat are inspired again because of that performance against the Chicago Bulls on the road. Because we do great in United Center. This is going to be at State Farm Arena. That's in Atlanta, Georgia. The last time these two teams met, they beat. They were beating the crap out of each other. Well, not the fights, of course, but in the end, the Miami Heat were able to split the season series 2-2. Let's put it this way: go to Atlanta, you get clobbered. The Atlanta comes to Miami, they get clobbered. So this is the enemy territory for the Miami Heat, which of course, right? We go to Atlanta, and this is going to be a complete different situation with the Miami Heat. Atlanta, I think they're pretty good at home. They're 21-19 at home, so the record is close, but they could still beat you. They can really still beat you. In many ways, they could. I've seen the Atlanta Hawks play. They lost badly to the Miami Heat, but then I saw them play against Brooklyn. Brooklyn was out of the playoff picture, and they dominated. I mean, 31-point lead against them. So what do we have to do to win this game? Box them out. Tyler Hero still needs to be consistent because Tyler Hero seems like he finally has that leadership mentality with Bam Adebayo in the playoffs. Maybe he was held back years ago with Jimmy Butler. Maybe. But I'm not going to blame. I'm not going to blame nobody. But yeah, you got Trae Young, still a damn player. Trae Young is a player to watch in the offseason. Player to watch. He could very well be a Miami Heat. But they have to do something to get him. But even if it's Trae Young, you still got to deal with a Kongwu, Daniels, who is still really good. He's a good role player for the Atlanta Hawks. Dyson Daniels, such a good role player. So we got to watch out for those players. For the Miami Heat, of course, you got Tyler Hero. You have to have a consistent game. Bam, have that aggression leadership that he needs. Feed it to Khalil Ware, who needs that play-in experience and going to be some playoff experience. If he's going to be that much of a rim protector, especially in big games, I think he's capable. Let's also see if Davion Mitchell can play good basketball. I'm still calling for Davion Mitchell to be re-signed long-term. I'm calling for it. He's that good of a player. So, this game, whoever wins this game, go to the playoffs. But that's the 8th seed, which means you got to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are having themselves one of the best seasons in franchise history. And it's not even close with LeBron. I'm sorry, it's not. Cleveland could do this without LeBron. Could they finish? I don't know. I have no idea. Only time will tell. But this game, tomorrow night, will be on TNT. Whoever wins this game plays the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs as the 8th seed. Miami Heat can play as the 8th seed. They proven that a couple years ago. But last year, no. We don't talk about last year. But anyway, this is your preview. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content. Can the Heat divide their odds? Because Atlanta has a favorite to win this game. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this one, please hit the like button, subscribe for content, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on for a Marlins recap. I want to get this out of the way, and have a good rest of the day. We'll watch the Marlins game, and you're probably gonna see me in a different location because I'm going out somewhere, just to enjoy the rest of the day. It's beautiful out. So why not get some fresh air? All right, man, that's gonna do it. And I'll see you guys a little bit later on for the Marlins recap. Everybody, have a good, fantastic day. Have a good one.